Hello and welcome to my video of vegan gumbo. I have all my ingredients here: my veggie broth, collard greens, tomato, celery, carrots, onion, bell pepper, seaweed, flour, and spices. So to get started, I have my oil in the pan and I'm going to make my roux. So I'm going to add my cup of flour. I have my cup of oil and a cup of flour, and I'm going to mix it together until it's a beautiful dark brown. I want it as dark as I can get it without burning it, and a way to continue to keep it from burning is to make sure that you stir consistently so that the flour does not stick to the pan, and you can't cook it too fast because it will burn. So make sure you have it at a low medium heat and it will become a beautiful dark brown color. Now that it's a beautiful golden brown, I am ready to add my onion and garlic. I'm going to continue to let that cook into this roux so that I can give all the beautiful flavors. I'm going to let it cook until it's nice and tender and translucent. Yes, grab every bit. Make sure we get all that flavor. So now my onion and garlic has been simmering and I have gotten it to become translucent and tender. I'm ready to add my peppers. Now I'm going to add the lid and let those simmer for a bit. And I'm just building up on flavors. At this point, you just want to make sure you do not rush this process. You want to get every flavor out of each and every vegetable that you add, because it's going to build the flavor palette. And once I'm done with letting everything simmer, I'm going to do something a little extra because I am vegan, so I'm not going to be putting any seafood into this gumbo, but I do have seaweed. I'm going to boil into some water. I'm going to pour the water of the seaweed into the broth, and that's going to add for good flavor as well. So now I'm ready to add my spices, and I'm going to give that a quick stir. At this point, I've sweated out my veggies as much as I could. I'm going to add my broth. Now it's ideal to add hot broth, but I am taking a shortcut because I didn't have any broth made from scratch. I could have boiled that broth, but I didn't. So now I have to bring everything to a boil as I stir it into the already hot ingredients to build more of a flavor. And so that's why I am boiling the seaweed with the water, so that I make sure that I get as much flavor as possible. We want this to be tasty. We don't want nobody to miss no meat. And that is my seaweed in water that I'm adding to the broth to give it more flavor. And everything has been simmering as a base, and I'm ready to add all my extra veggies that I had cut up, my carrots and celery and parsnips from the day before. But the star ingredient is my turnip greens and my grape tomatoes. I can't wait for all of this to cook up because it's going to be good. Now it is coming together. It's been stewing and simmering for about 35 minutes. I've added my okra absolutely last because I do not want it to over thicken the gumbo. I want it to be the right texture. And look at the food. It's so beautiful in color. And we're all done. This was delicious. I've added my spoonful of rice to the top. And when I tell you this was so good and hearty, I'm in the Midwest and it kept me really warm. It was divine. I thank you all so much for watching, and please subscribe to C and C Style Me. See you tomorrow. Bye.